Welcome everyone back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We're free for you all on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. Representing the Soviet Union, we have Professor as Mthis. We have Captain Airstrike as Shock Division. And we have Robertus as also as the Soviet Union, of course, but no commander choice yet. This should be interesting. On the Axis side, we have Smassel as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice yet. Maverick as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS, and we immediately sing Valonians. Who could have guessed that? And Box Bunny as the Waffen-SS, without a commander yet. This is along the Rhine, I believe. Across the Rhine? Across the Rhine? Something in that aspect. We're fighting along a river, but this is obviously not the Rhine this time. This is some river in Eastern Germany, or Eastern Europe in general. And we're going to be fighting alongside the banks of as the Soviets push further. Wait, I turned everything wrong. There we go. Now it's West versus East. My bad. There we go. The Soviets should be running from the east, not the west. I'm silly. Anyway, we're gonna have engagement up here at the farm between the Sabers and the Pioneers, and we have a commander choice. I think that is infantry. Yes. Okay. Still no commander choice here from the Waffen-SS down here. No commander choice from the Soviet either, so we might have a little bit of waiting for that. I'm also trying to go in here. Vodka has been popped on the conscripts, allowing them a little bit more survivability. But over time, I think the Waffen-SS troops will just be too much for them to handle. In the center, we have the Valonians fighting very hard against the Soviets. Valonians still seem to be very popular to use at the moment. Flanking shots from their Sabers here. I think the pistol might actually help them, unless the pistol has to reload. There we go. Because the pistol might be better at close range than the Kar-98s. Jeep arriving for the Northern Soviets, but the Northern Soviets have already lost a lot of troops. They lost the Sabers, but the conscripts are actually holding up in the building, doing a lot of damage to these German infantry. Bandflasche going in. That's a dead conscript squad. Soviets have pushed up a little bit further in the middle here, but the Valonians and the Sturm Pioneers will be able to hold them at bay. Gulag arriving on the southern flank here for the Waffen-SS. Threatening the Soviet position. Tank hunters have already been called in. I think the Sabers not going to get out of that. Being surrounded by rifles and the machine gun. Yeah, that's a crossfire. They're dead. Good tactics there for the Waffen-SS. The Valonians are definitely going to secure a lot of territory here for them. Oh, we have a commander choice. It's Tank Destroyer for Robertus. Okay. Very good choice generally. Tank Destroyer can skill pretty well into the late game. Also, you get Stone Panzerfaust on your conscripts if they get to Veterans 2, if you're a Tank Destroyer. Very fun little upgrade. Also, your Fonzoviki gets access to Drum, Mag, and PPSHs, which is a pretty big deal. Also, anti-tank grenade assaults. Oh, but the PTRS got dropped. They probably might want to pick that up, or perhaps the conscripts will. Looks like the conscripts will pick up the PTRS. The Valonians have pushed pretty far up here for the Germans. Farm firmly in hand of the Wehrmacht. Deep is trying to hold the line though. Maxim has been armed with the body armor, which is a unique upgrade you can get to your weapons teams. If you're playing a Shock Division, you also are seeing Shock Fonzoviki coming onto the field. Pretty potent infantry equipped with shock trooper armor. A unique kind of body armor that the Soviets used. I'm not sure how effective it actually was. It definitely did not stop rifle bullets, but it was actually pretty effective at stopping. Oh good, the PTS actually shut down the Jeep, right? Or the Kugelwagen rather. Good grenade there on the Fonzoviki, but the conscripts are moving up now. Throwing a Molotov. So it's not taking heavy losses though. But what else is new? We do have Fonzoviki on the field, or the Shock Fonzoviki. Very effective troops generally. But these grenadiers are in cover. Good position. But running out of their cover is a bad idea. Grenadiers are pushing up the front line. They're trying to go for the Soviets' fuel. Fonzoviki are here to stop them though, already being armed with DPMs.
Guards troops ready for action.
The conscripts pushing up, but it looks like the Valonians are switching their targets. PBS agents already started to be armed on the Fonzoviki. Good Molotov. Keep supporting the other Soviets pretty well here. Grenadiers are holed up in the building though. Got us shut down on the Jeep. And Valonians are relocating.
Authorize converting civilian structures to field headquarters, Commander.
More shock fronts Viki on the field. Also being armed with more PPSs, but they lost the other one. Oh, that's expensive. Shock fronts Viki are not cheap infantry. They're pretty expensive, actually. I believe this main one here is 330. Yeah, that's a pretty expensive frontline infantry for the Soviets, no less. But they are pretty good infantry. They're actually doing a good job against these Valonians here. Maxim is now getting side shots as well. Still no command choice on the southern flank for the Waffen-SS. They'll need to pick something carefully. Officer coming out for the tank destroyers. Unique thing for playing tank destroyer regiment is that all your officers are actually 6-man squads, so they're actually combat infantry. It's a handy little feature to have. And now the shock front can just start mowing down all the German infantry here. Need to get rid of this machine gun. They might throw a grenade over the hill. Yep. Frag grenade going over. Infantry force trying to get out of there. They only lost one guy. Not the biggest loss. Soviets are starting to push up along the farm area. You have a unit of Oder coming out to the field in this armored car. PPS is starting to show its worth here. A big Soviet motorized push is coming. Well, the southern flank is still being held by the Waffen-SS. And the central front is being threatened. So it's pretty close to the forward HQ here. Might actually be better to put it back here. As if the shots could get down. These guys don't have satchel charges though. Fortunately for the Germans. Maxim is pushing further up though. After this is still firmly entrenched in the south here. Using all the bricks. Good job with the armored car. The Oder are really good. They've already been armed with the RPD inside, which is a very good machine gun. Yeah, I think the German position is in jeopardy. There is a 2-1 on the field though, about to become a 2-2. Flanking. It's too close to fire though.
Camouflage can now be used to ambush the enemy.
What's using armor piercing shots? Hitting everyone in the armored car. Oder has to get out of there. Jeep is in trouble. Throwing a smoke grenade on it.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
And this Oder squad is probably gonna die.
Marking and targeting
Good attempt though, but not enough. They almost destroyed the scout car though, but it's still it's available with its also cannon. Maxim is threatening the German position entirely. It is being suppressed though. And with that I think the Germans can somewhat hold this position. Structure was actually set before it camp outside their base here. Interesting. Germans are doing a big push into the southern flank. Pushing up with lots of storm grenadiers. But a combat officer might be able to hold off for a while. Especially with double Maxim support. That's a lot of machine gun fire. Big Valonian push coming through the center though. More Oder. Valonians are being out with Sturmgewehrs though. Light infantry gun coming in for the Soviets, or well, regimental gun I believe it's called. Fire for effect coming in here. Scout car is about to be flanked again by the German scout car. Being very smart here with using them. Using the armor piercing bullets, allowing them to do a lot of damage to it. Oh, but a 50 cal killed the gunner! Yeah, but the 50 cal on the scout car is pretty effective. When he's pushing out that we don't have any Panzerfausts. Lots of fighting going on here. All the Sturmgewehrs are just mowing through the Soviet infantry. Maxim and regimental gun pushing up. 76mm regimental gun used as an artillery piece. Maxim snatched here by the Germans. Field gun been used as an artillery piece too. Oh, a bunker with a Dushka has been set up here. Okay. Little command choice from Bugs Bunny. Probably no need to at the moment, but he's probably planning something. After all, you do need your officers out, and officers are pretty important.
White scout car, ready for
Scout car repairing, which I personally still think you should actually need the emergency repair kit upgrade for. 76mm is trying to hammer the front line a bit, but it didn't have the most luck. Maxim is present though. Recon run going over the battlefield, giving the Soviets a little bit of view what awaits them. At least until they might get shut down here. Valentine tank for the Soviet Union. Lend-Lease tank from the British. Became very popular among Soviet recon units, actually. Which is probably why it's available to motorized, which has a lot of recon elements in it.
soldiers ready.
If it's going off a tank destroyer regiment.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
76mm field gun is trying its best to try and hold the Vallonians at bay. It does do good if it can hit. It just needs to hit. Valentine's in trouble here. It may have gone a bit too far up. Needs to get further back.
The sector is at risk.
Oh, that is a... Is that a shock tank destroyer? It is. There's a two-man elite squad, I think. But they got mowed down. Oh, so unique tank on the squad. I've not seen it being used often. Yeah, but down that goes. Another Valentine being coming in for the Soviets. We have a shock officer on the field now as well. To oversee the front line. T-54 is on the field here. Still no commander choice on the southern flank for the Germans. 50 cal's doing a lot of damage. Yeah, 50 cal just punched straight through the 2-2. Good job there with the 50 cal. Malone's about to flank the Soviet position on the southern flank here. With lots of Sturmgewehrs and rifle grenades. The 76mm field gun will threaten them if they stand still and are clumped up. So we push on the southern flank though.
Patriotic seal to increase combat effectiveness. T-34 taking fire.
So they're trying to push up here.
The enemy has killed another infantry.
We shut there from the pack. Malone's flanking south to try and support. Looks like it's working so far. Yeah, so Germans are still holding the southern flank mostly. They still hold the field, which is important.
A gun crew has been lost.
Field gun is actually starting to do some work here by the looks of it. This officer's moving pretty far forward. Dangerous position, and then he's gone.
All of our troops have been
You don't want to lose your officers like that. Heavy mortars present though for the shock division. Powerful mortar available to several different Soviet commanders. Soviet shock troopers in the middle are lacking in AT equipment though. Although the Soviets overall are lacking in a lot of AT equipment right now. We're seeing armored fist be prepared by the tank divisions, or the motor anyway. Which might mean we might see Mthis? Yeah, we're going to see Mthis, so the Sherman Lend-Lease sent to the Soviet Union. T-54 on the southern flank is down. Storm Grenadiers pushing up pretty aggressively. Good mortar shots though. A good utilization of mortars supporting approaching infantry. But the Soviets do have a mortar and counter barrage here. We have Siberian troops coming onto the field. Good elite long-range infantry. It was the Soviet Union. Balloons are coming down now. That's suddenly a lot of machine guns. Well, not machine guns, but automatic firepower. Yeah, the Soviet southern flank looks like it's about to collapse. Looks like fire for effect has been called in. Artillery called in on this pack. Looks like it might be a little bit of overdoing it. So there's an airstrike actually. Just a strafing run. And as that happens, the Oder push forward. Very good timing actually. Obviously there's still a Panzer 4F there.
We have lost a pack gun.
I don't think the scout car can stop a shell from that. Big fighting in the center here. It looks like the regimental gun actually got a shot there, suppressing a lot of the Valonian troops. Oh, very good rifle grenade though. That killed a Maxim. I think the Soviets might need more field guns and more infantry out here in the center. That's 40 in the field here for the Waffen SS on the southern flank. Still, oh, we see commander choice. It is Panzerjäger. Okay. Panzerjäger. What does that give his Panzer? Oh my god, he could start arming them with Sturmgewehr. That would make his Storm Grenadiers exceptionally more lethal at the moment. MT-42s plus Sturmgewehr, that's a pretty lethal combination. Mthis going out now from the motorized Soviet troops. I don't think we have a T-45 coming onto the field though. Yep. But Soviet position is definitely in trouble. Good mortar shot though, killing a Storm Pioneer. We're done pushing up here. Yeah, destroying the Maxim. They stole the Maxim and everything. But German infantry just keeps being aggressive here. Oh, they've lost all their Valonians? Oh my god, they did. Siberians already at the front line again. We have a... Is that an SU-100? That's an SU-85, my bad. But we have the T-45 and we also have an Mthis. So various armored elements are arriving now for the Soviet Union. Udon are definitely not doing too well here. Too much machine gun fire coming in on them. And out of those grenadiers are coming up behind with armed with Sturmgewehr.
Shock troops have arrived.
You have orders? The Sturmgeschütz is ready for use.
The SU-85 is on the field, crowd more coming up behind. And with the T-44-85, I think the Germans are going to need some armor of some kind. But I have a feeling that the Sturm commander is just waiting to get a Storm Tiger potentially. Yeah, I see some Valonians come into the field now, so replacements are coming in. Oh, good rifle grade there from the Siberians. And just firing high explosive in the building there. Germans need some AT to deal with the Mthis. have a Stu on the field for the infantry. I think the Stu, if they penetrate, might actually destroy the Yamcha. Just needs to hit, and these scout cars in a very precarious position against the Stu. Oh, that penetrated and didn't kill it though, but almost did. Now there's a Pack 40 on the flank. Oh, no penetration. And Mcha is down. We have a big fight in the center here, but it looks like the shock troopers have it handled. Using DPMs and PPSHs. 85 might... Oh, 85 did not penetrate. Repairs are trying to go rapidly here. Oh, I think the Panzer 48 could win this, but the Siberians are pushing up to try and grab the AT gun. Shock troopers pushing forward, but it is about to hit Stukat, I think. Yep, that's a Stuka dive bomb. .75mm regimental gun is still doing a good job here, in all honesty. It helps you with blopping, but its crew might actually die shortly. So with shock majors on the field here. Artillery call in here. Big howitzer shots from lots of the German players. I don't think they can save that 85. H-85 is also down here in the southern flank. Sturm Gewehr have been armed at the Sturm Grenadiers. Made them an exceptionally brutal unit. Both Grenadiers and MT-42 sitting up. We also have a Hauptmann here. B-24, you're playing as infantry. Your officers for the Germans are actually combat units, but that's a crucious shot. Very close to the front line. Didn't do that much damage, actually. They seem to refuse to throw their splintering grenades. But those Pyvians are going to move down there. Yep. Proud Moa is going to be a threat though. I think he might be focusing on the wrong front here at the start. Panzer 4J is coming up. Missed. Yeah, man, that's probably not going to do well for the Soviet Union there. Another 85 is coming up for the Soviet Union though. German is pulling back. We have a Jagdpanzer 4 on the field. Pretty good anti-tank vehicle for the Waffen-SS. Stuka coming in to disable the point. Oh, good high explosion shot there from the Jagdpanzer. Definitely the Soviets are a little bit in trouble here. Another MCHA being prepared. Looks like the shock troopers are ready to move again though. Experts swinging from BD5. It's cancelled in order to fire into Panzer 4. No hit. H-85 against Jagdpanzer. That's a really... I think the Jagdpanzer is way better off, actually. Yeah, the Jagdpanzer is way better off than the H-85. Artillery being called in on the Soviet positions again. Force them to pull back. Soviet Air Force doing another recon run. It looks like the Soviets are still taking heavy losses today. Oh yeah, now we've seen it, you know, the Grenadiers here, if you're playing as Infanterie. You get the same MT-42 as before, except it has 100 rounds, making it even deadlier than normal. So generally, really good upgrade for the Grenadiers. Strafing run coming in, looks like it's went for the pack. Didn't hit much though.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Prepare yourselves. Still in contact.
Double mortar for the Waffen-SS, evidently. Shock troopers moving upwards. Yeah, blopped up though, and that's an MG42. And it's gonna start opening fire. But they got close enough, I think, to start. Yeah, that's painful. That's really painful, that. That kind of shows the power of MG42, doesn't it?
The enemy has destroyed.
MJ is starting to push up on this flank though. Who is also present. Ooh. Let's do one out of engagement. 85mm.
Shock troops have arrived.
Soviets need to do something to pull through somehow. Because the Germans seems like they are locking down the front line pretty well. Especially with all these Wallonian troops still in the center.
Yes?
85 is in trouble here. That's going to be a lot of Panzerfausts on it. 3 Panzerfausts to take out the 85. Wow. Panzer 4 F flanked. Doing a pretty harsh job. We also have stormtroopers coming in here. Unique units of infantry division. They can only have one of them in the field at a time. Can actually call in artillery, which is not something a lot of infantry can do. Looking out with Sturmgewehr. So I think those stormtroopers are definitely going to do a lot of work here. Stuka coming in here to disable the point. Soviets might, Germans might be paying a push up here. I don't think the Soviet tank destroyer might have enough to stop it.
We have lost
They do have an Su-85 that he needs to hit. But so far it's not looking too well for the Soviet Union. Looks like the field gun finally went down. Soviet Heavy Mortar has been doing its best though. Actually, it's actually gotten a lot of kills. Soviet Heavy Mortar has actually done a great job. Another MCHA coming out. But Germans are still just in the better position, I think. And they've actually secured the Soviet fuel up north. And even scavenging some of the weapons laying around. And that Katyusha's in trouble. It got stunned, it actually didn't die. And I think the Katyusha might actually be saved. Yep. Artillery being called in though, they want to kill that Katyusha. She just needs to back off into the base and it should be safe.
Guards troops ready for action.
You also have some shock troopers on the field. These are actual shock troopers, meant to actually do the assaulting. Armed with a lot of PPSH with drum magazines by looks of it. Gotten the upgrade for a very potent assault squad that is able to suppress, by the way. It's a really powerful unit. That's it. The Soviets are just losing territory bit by bit. They have secured an orphan flank though somewhat. Oh, he's securing it rather. Mthis moving probably to deal with the F1. Some grenadiers waiting back here. We also have the Hauptmann. 5 veterans, the Hauptmann. Oh my god, that's quite a Hauptmann. Ooh, double stew and a heads also being prepared by the German Infantry Division. So a lot of field howitzers. Mobile howitzers anyway. Dangerous move there for those shock troopers. They have to get out of there without dying.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Another 85mm T-54 in the fields. Building high explosive under Ballonians. Oh, good shot, killing both squads.
Send orders.
Germans are preparing a push on the other flank here. Su-85 is all that's stopping them. Good penetration, but it might... Ooh. Conscripts are going to buy some time. Destroyed the Su-85 though, so that's not good. I brought some unique guards available to tank destroyers. These guys can use a lot of anti-tank tactics, but the Soviets are lacking in munitions at the moment, so that's not going to be easy. He's the Soviets on that flank. 85 is relocating to 8. No penetration. These guards are being very brave here. As they're going to stay into oh, anti-tank rates. Getting penetrate. They got mowed down.
Squad of infantry has been killed.
Good shot there from the 85. Heads got a good penetration shot on the Mcha. Stu's gonna open fire now, I think. Immobilize the tracks. Or destroy the tracks, rather. There you go. Good shot from the Hetzer there. Very, very impressive.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the Rodina.
Not looking good here, though. Soviets have taken a lot of casualties today. Second 85mm being prepared by the shock troops in the center. Looks like it's gonna be another issue of 85 coming out. I don't think the conscripts can do enough against all these veteran Sturmgrenadiers. I think they're doing pretty okay because it's a tight little corner, but that grenade will end now. More conscripts rushing down. Good anti-tank grenade by the looks of it. German pushing the northern front here with their armored vehicles. More artillery being called in. Mthis gonna be working overtime here on the northern flank. Oh, Soviet Air Force is coming into the rescue though.
We have lost the Panzer.
Soviet structures are moving up. They don't have any upgrades though. That's a lot of Sturmgewehr fire coming in their direction. Those Sturmgewehr just mowing them down.
are standing by.
Not looking good here for the Soviet Union.
Stand by, crew. Unit. Upgrade finished. Crew, get ready.
Oh, yeah, the Waffen-SS is just... And the Wehrmacht is just slowly pushing up here. Good job with the Stu there. Double 85s, T-34s and the Su-85 is present here. This is a pretty potent armored force, in all honesty. Just need to get the best shots off on the German tanks, especially with double Jagdpanzer covering both avenues. That's a lot of good anti-tank capabilities. Because the T-34s are moving northwards instead. Looks like the Soviets are going for a push on the other flank here.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
The Soviets do need to push very hard, I think.
Yes, comrade. Prepare for action. Under enemy fire.
Soviets making a big push here with the 85mm. These stormtroopers and grenadiers are on the flank here, causing a little damage. Stuka going in, forcing the Soviets to pull back. Another MCHA coming out. But the 85 still try to dissuade any German tanks from trying to push up here. This F1 is still holding on. Yeah, the Stormtroopers have to pull back at that. Was trying to chase down the Stormtroopers? After this is pushing up on this flank now.
The Sturmgeschütz is ready for use. We heard you.
85 is millimeters gonna try and get a shot in the Jagdpanzer. Looks like though it's a stalemate currently. Oh, good shot there from the 85. Very good to see. It's very cautious though.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat.
German tanks and vehicles are still pushing up the main road there. Is that the Sturmtiger? Yes, that's the Sturmtiger. Okay. I think the Waffen-SS has the means to just end this battle now.
Stand ready. You're ready. Send orders.
MT is almost repaired, but I don't think it'll help much once the Sturmtiger is able to get a good shot on the Soviet tanks. Not sure what that Stu is doing. Or was doing, rather. Now this Vallonis will push up to try and spot for the Sturmtiger.
Sturmtiger ready.
Oh, it's not gonna look good here for the Soviet tanks. Yeah, it already has its target. It's going to aim here, I think.
Ready for action. Orders complete.
Destroying the Katyusha and a T-45 and stunning a lot of the Soviet infantry. But I think with that realization, the Soviets don't know they need to act quickly. If that vehicle gets more veteran, they could have a big trouble, a big problem. The Germans just have the means to stop them right now, so I don't think the Soviets can last for much longer like this. That MTI is definitely sitting dead in the water. Oh, the Soviets have captured the Jagdpanzer though. Rare catch. Oh, and that's a lot of automatic firepower going on the Soviets. High explosive shell being loaded in on the 85 though.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Sturmtiger fight again. Didn't hurt the 85. Sturmtiger is a very potent weapon to call in team games. It can just inflate the battle so much in the favor of the Germans. Now the Soviets have a really funny little collection of anti-tank weapons on the southern flank. Especially the Jagdpanzer. So weird to see Russians with a Jagdpanzer.
Under fire. Prepare for action.
This is such a funny little battle on this end. The Soviets are being pushed back more and more on the other flanks. Germans even setting up howitzers now. Oh god. Not looking good here. Not looking good at all. Another Katyusha has been prepared, but it lacked the munitions to do a full barrage with it. All the tank hunters still up buying the Soviets some time. It's very weird to see. Oh, and that was the Sturmtiger, and the balloons are pushing down here this way too. Yeah, the Ballonians are just proving to be a really good meat shield to spot for the Sturmtiger at the moment. I imagine the howitzer will start opening fire soon as well. So we have somewhat made a comeback around the farm at least. But for how long is the question? Yeah, but I think the Soviets are kind of just trying to hold on for as long as they can at this point. Unless they can make a breakthrough with these 85s, they're going to be in deep trouble.
All complete.
And you see, this is why you cash up your points. It actually prevents Stukas from killing them instantly.
The enemy has silenced one of our anti-tank guns.
Pretty handy little thing. Tank Destroyer lost all its weapons, including the stolen Jagdpanzer. That's a pain. Oh well. That's an Issue-85 coming. Katyusha opening fire. Looks like it's going to be very far up. Not sure where the shells are landing. Oh, there they are. Didn't seem to do that much. Well, RPD and the shock trooper, that's a pretty hefty upgrade to find. Assault artillery going in, completely obliterating the Soviet front line.
Has joined our ranks.
Not that there was much of it left at this point. An officer and his team's just mowing down conscripts here. Oof, yeah, it's not looking that good here for the Soviet Union.
Supply sector under attack.
Especially not after that barrage.
Our HQ is under
Barrage going up on the northern front as well.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
A-35's in trouble here. Oh, good shot.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
And Katyusha down. And Valonians just keep pushing up.
Enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
Oh, he did not do anything. The houses are being prepared here by the Germans. And there we go, the Soviet Union surrenders in this battle. Looks like the Germans were able to hold this river area. Pretty intense fight, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye bye.